to add to this, in order to qualify what is getting wiped, where you go through, you place your order, and then they give you like the appropriate outfit to cover the spots.
Yeah. Oh right, like a template. Yeah. It's like masking tape, but for your body.
Yeah.
It'd be like a spray on. Reverse clothes. Liquid spray on. It's just a shirt with your tits open and hanging out, and your crotch completely exposed. It's reverse clothes. And you're like, hey!
Some guy comes in and he's like, alright, this process seems really convenient, and
Ow, Smokey.
What can you do for armpits? And it's just like an elaborate system of masking and spraying and latex and
Smokey baby, what? Okay, cool, you can like, ow!
The saving of good hair. It's very much like a blanket sweep solution to a problem that should be like part. I feel like even on your body, maybe you have one hair that you like, but the hair next to it you don't like. So how do you get this specificity down?
So you want like hair conservationism?
Kinda, yeah.
You don't want to be chopping down perfectly healthy hairs, but if you need an area to not have hair for like a dermatologist, you want to transplant those bad boys.
Yeah. And maybe even like you could run a shop where you save hair from people that don't want it and then give it to other people. You know, like they do with lipo, they suck it out of people that don't want the fat and then they push it right into the people that do want the fat.
No. I'm just envisioning like a back room, like a garage that has like hydroponic grow lights in it and a bunch of just little patches of like curly squiggly hairs. And you just walk around and they'll have labels. This is a Wall Street businessman, and these are some choice hairs off of his lower back and butt cheeks. It's like a hair laundering business, like the auditor comes in, has to go through all the hairs you have, make sure they're all clean. Someone comes in for a beard and they get a stray blonde.
Okay, so today I'm just planning on...
We had an intern, something got sorted incorrectly. I don't know, we can fix that.
I think I'm just gonna sit there and work on this today. Maybe... Ow, Smokey! Possibly go back to flattening the top.
Looks like he's a flasher, but actually he's just advertising all the different hairs he has on.
It's on his body. Like, keep it alive.
Mobile hair garden. So listen, I haven't like experienced hair loss yet. Like starting
I'm gonna have to go make more shovels.
I don't know. We'll see.
Probably.
So maybe I don't appreciate this. If there was a technology that existed that was just a bed of microneedles where they could lay it on part of you and either inject hair with follicles or remove hair with follicles or whatever, but it's literally like a huge array of tiny little needles, like thousands of needles per whatever square foot. Is that worth it? I mean, is that really worth it? I don't know if it is for me.
Would it be extremely painful, or would they knock you out? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
for some reason, I don't understand this. There's some things like laser hair removal, I get it, but how can you also have lasers remove hair and also add hair? Because that's what this is suggesting. It's like a hat of lasers that blast your head with lasers, and then also you could get them with lasers.
Different kinds of lasers?
Here's an article I just read. Soon there will be unlimited hair. That's just the title. Soon there will be unlimited hair. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Just picture Palpatine with like a really nice like comb over. Unlimited hair.
Unlimited. Out of his fingers shoot strands of hair.
Like wrapping around like Luke, like no.
Actually sounds really cool though. Wait, it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of cool. New uses of stem cells and 3D printing could make baldness obsolete for the wealthy.
I like for the wealthy in parentheses, yeah.
Well, everything can be anything for the wealthy. I think that's pretty much true at this point.
Yeah, and we can count ourselves among them. Thanks to our sponsor, which today is...
Bob, wait. I'm going to grub what you love.
What does that mean?
Have you ever heard of Grubhub?
No. I've heard the name.
Okay, well, Grubhub is more than a service, it's a lifestyle. All the food you love from your favorite local restaurants delivered right to your door.
Are you talking about takeout food? Where you go and get food and bring it home?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that through Grubhub.
Okay, well, I know what that is, yeah.
But they can actually have the food delivered to your door.
You can dine in at the restaurant, but from home at the same time?
With Grubhub, you're not dining in, you're dining in your home. You get like pizza, tacos, sushis, anything you really like. I know you're a picky eater, but you can get whatever you want and it'll be right there in your house for you to eat.
Are you talking about when my wife goes and gets takeout food and she brings it back to me and it's like she delivered it?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, she's a Grubhubber.
No, that's not how that...
Well, yeah,
that's
I love my grub. My wife is my grub, right?
Okay, I can't speak to the grub of your wife, but I'm just saying that Grubhub gets you the food you want. You can try new cuisines. They also have perks.
Do you have to go to their hub to get the perks? And where's their hub?
Where is Mr. Hub?
In your phone, on the internet, in the cloud, up in the space.
I thought clouds were in like the atmosphere, not in space.
Where does the atmosphere end and space begin? That's a conversation for another day. But with Grubhub, you can pick up your food, you can order ahead, you go on your phone, you press a button, you look for local restaurants, you can try something new, all in your area. It knows exactly where you live. You can try a variety of cuisines, and with perks, you can get discount, free food, you can get all sorts of foods delivered straight to your door, and you can grub what you love. Podcast is brought to you by Fiverr. I hired someone on Fiverr to do the music for this ad read. I also hired someone on Fiverr to write the copy for this ad read. I've also hired someone on Fiverr to do the voice acting because
Fiverr's global network of on-demand freelance talent is here to help. Whether you're launching your first business, scaling your current business, or in need of extra support. From graphic design, copywriting, marketing, web programming, film editing, scoring music, and more. Find your talent and begin working on your project within minutes. Customize your search by service, deadline, price, seller reviews, and more. No more guessing games. You'll know exactly what you're paying for up front.
you can find services like this and more on Fiverr.com, and you can receive 10% off your first order by using our code DISTRACTABLE. That is Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Code is DISTRACTABLE, DISTRACTIBLE. That's Fiverr.com, code DISTRACTABLE. Bob, Wade, I'm going to grub what you love.
What does that mean?
Have you ever heard of
This is
Grubhub?
another fucking Grubhub ad.
Heard the
How many
name.
Grubhub ads
Okay,
does he have?
well, Grubhub is more than a service, it's a lifestyle. All the food you love from your favorite local restaurants delivered right to your door.
Are you talking about takeout food? Like where you go and get food and bring it home?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that through Grubhub.
Okay, well I know what that is, yeah.
But I know you're
I love my grub. My
internet in the cloud. Someone on.
Customize your search by service, deadline, price,
Oh, hi.
seller reviews, and more. No more guessing games.
Strawberries are
You'll know exactly
packed
what you're
with
paying
fiber?
for up front.
Check out Fiverr.com and receive 10% off your first order by using my code, mine.
That is
Mark
one of
10,
the strangest
MARK
comebacks you could have come
10.
with.
Find all the digital services you need in one place at Fiverr.com. Code Mark 10.
Also, I can't find my earbuds with my mic, so I'm back to using this shitty little, frickin' broke ass headset.
Okay, so what is this article? I wasn't actually reading it.
Blaine out to Bane. Blaine. What the fuck is wrong with me?
A lab? What?
They grow ears on mice and stuff, right? They're working on organs.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm listening to one of the strangest podcasts. Oh my god, why are we talking about teratomas?
You know, I hadn't until you said it the third time.
You guys know what the teratoma is?
No, not enough that I would venture to describe it.
Teratoma is fucking terrifying.
Teratoma is fucking
Okay, so
gross.
this is a picture of a teratoma.
What the hell is
Not
that?
pictures. Why would you send pictures?
Oh, what is
Yeah,
that?
that's a good one, right? It's a teratoma. It's a teratoma.
Is that teeth or marshmallows?
Those are teeth.
Oh God!
I'm actually going to.
Do you know what a teratoma is? You should be horrified.
So a teratoma is a tumor that can occur in the body. It's pretty rare, but basically it grows random parts of the body inside of whole parts, whereas some tumors are just like masses of cells. This one actually is starting to make parts of the body, so that's why there can be teeth in it, there can be hair, ears, there can be an eye in it. You know, there could be anything in your human body in terms of an organ in this tumor, because it just starts randomly growing full organs.
It just came up with another way to generate new hair for human transplant.
Does it have to do with the teratoma?
Yeah, you just need to come up with a method by which you can instigate teratoma creation. So inside your person who wants more hair, you inject them with something that causes a teratoma to form.
We'll call it the T virus.
What if it gets a voice box that talks to you and it's like,
Please don't remove me.
God. If it talks, that's a different issue. But you just keep doing it, and you keep harvesting the teratomas, and you just take, you know, hopefully
Well,
get some hair
see,
and
this
stuff of them.
is the Distractable podcast by Markiplier, and they talk about
if at first you don't
a lot
succeed,
of crazy
just keep
shit.
going. It's like a
Honestly,
loot box. You're
I'm
like,
too far away.
This one's got hair.
And it's
Teeth again.
they have so my favorite one that they sit there and do is one literally titled "Kids Are Stupid." Because I agree, kids are very stupid sometimes.
I mean, their extra organs, honestly, you'll probably be healthier than ever.
Please don't knock over my soda cat.
I got 2.5 hearts, got some extra livers around. Man, I can drink whatever I want.
So you're saying if you do like a 10-fold summon, you get your 11th one free?
Yeah.
That's great.
That's probably definitely how teratomas work.
Yeah. I mean, in more realistic terms, or probably horribly unrealistic terms, maybe this actually is a way for, like, future organs to be grown controlled.
Incoming Gene, you got all three of the fuckers there.
The extra organ, you wouldn't even need to transplant. You just grow it where your kidney is. It would sploosh out the bad kidney, you know, and then the new kidney would be there. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yes, only sometimes, because sometimes they got gold ideas. I mean, like, truly gold.
You start feeling kind of sick. You check
Want to
your
join my
vitals,
stream
and
as my
it's
co-star?
like, heart failure.
Diagnosis, heart failure.
You go up to the Toma vending machine. And you're like,
I mean,
heart
normally me and Tabby co-star Disney songs.
C3 heart of Toma.
What if the vending machines are just criminals who have done really bad things, and so like the worst of the worst criminals are forced to become these human vending machines that grow your parts for you?
Oh, God.
I gave them a little bit of hard food, but I didn't do wet food.
I don't think you understand what teratomas are, but I appreciate that concept.
No, you just take it. You like
I think that's just regular
whatever part
organs
you need.
in regular.
Like, you ever just had a kid say something to you that at first you're just like, what the fuck? And then you think about it, you're like,
Their organs, but also
they're right.
teratomas.
So they have their moments where they're not stupid, but they are few and far in between.
You want to grow it in your body.
Until you take it.
Yeah, then it's still a transplant, and you have to do.
Also, your four-legged shitbag was so mean to me today. All I did was walk past her and she clawed me at the ankle.
Transplant from any other human. There's a bunch of shit that has to work.
No, Wade's got this.
Well, eventually there'll be enough.
Why are you laughing, Gene? That shit hurt.
Just on the off chance that this criminal matches with some people that need.
And the thing is, I wasn't anywhere near her.
Maximum number of organs inside this sack.
Yes.
You're a sack now.
You shouldn't have smoked all that super weed. You're not a person anymore.
Tabby said she cleaned it out,
There's
but
one of them
I also
about this, where there's like a desperate author listening to this,
Oh.
like, furiously
Yeah, I can almost guarantee Tabby didn't clean that part up. But she said she cleaned the cat litter box, but I've until like 20 minutes ago been trapped to my heating pad.
Well, okay, imagine like if you're growing a lot of organs, you're gonna get a lot of food. You know, you're gonna eat. They're gonna feed you good.
Cannibalism?
Good food. You're just gonna be like.
Is that where this conversation is going?
Docile, like your 16 hearts. Maybe you can run real fast.
Eventually, you'll accumulate so much extra muscle mass, you'll be so bulky they can't even keep you there.
Crime is deterred so much by this that you have to, like, be paid in order to violate the laws to become a teratoma vending machine so your family can eat.
Dude, actually, that might not be crazy in the future. Imagine there's a world where I think we've had the hypothetical, like, if you could pee for someone else, like, if you could take someone's pee and pee for them and your job was just to pee for people that didn't have time to take bathroom breaks or take dumps for people, like, it's kind of the same concept. I will grow your heart. It's like a surrogate mother. I will grow your organ. I will do all the work to grow it. I will eat right, take my vitamins, whatever. I'll deal with the pain or the side effects, and then at the end of it, you take my heart out and put it in you. Is that so unrealistic?
I feel like that, in my head, goes directly to some sort of weird dystopian future where the super rich have, like, herds of humans that they've paid to live on their human ranch to grow all these extra organs for them and their family. Just like every
What
rich
the
guy
fuck
has,
is
like,
this
9
conversation
other
coming
people
to?
who are all
I have
living
never
on
listened to the
farms,
full,
and they just pay them, like, minimum wage
episode of this, so I'm just
food and housing.
at a
People's
fucking loss.
existence is to be safe and not
Human ranches, we've reached that point in this conversation somehow.
They're already planning it. The coup is coming.
I mean, maybe. Dude, what, like, okay, but imagine, like, you get paid minimum wage, but per organ, right? So you just take on 10 organs. You're making good money. You're making real good.
No way it would be that fair. That somehow the rich people who were paying these organ growing humans would find a way to make it a tipped profession. I mean, you don't even get minimum wage. You get $1.16 an hour, and you better make sure the doctors tip you when you go and see them.
You screamed a lot during the heart extraction, so I'm not even going to leave a tip.
You grow on Uber organs?
You only get tips when your organs get used.
Oh, I love whenever volunteers come to my house and deliver organs in a bag and ring my doorbell. At least the bag's stapled so you know they didn't get their hands on it.
Got a sticker on it that says COVID free.
It just says, aren't you glad you stayed in?
It's like all those commercials where people are just eating food. It's just people holding up organs dripping with blood and stuff, just dancing as ridiculously as possible.
I thought you came over here looking at me strangely because of what I'm listening to, and I'm over here at this point, I don't even know what I'm listening to.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess we could do the same with hair, right? You could have different kinds of hair delivered.
Yeah, hair. Right, hair.
We got a little distracted there. I'm the judge. You're supposed to laugh. You both lose 200 points.
I don't care.
Good. I'm taking it. I'm giving myself 400 points for you not laughing.
Good, excellent.
Anyway, hair. So, like, without growing it, we haven't talked about synthetic hair, right?
That's true.
Because we've been on the biological tangent. Like, there's plenty of really realistic, like, wigs and stuff like that you can make, but why don't you just sew that directly into the scalp?
Oh,
Western
gross.
style,
Don't. Ugh.
And you just, like, build out your hair. What's the difference?
I mean, honestly,
then it's consistent.
You should never, ever sit there and think of that as a long-term plan. That's fucking gross.
You get hair plus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sew this synthetic wig, and I'm gonna pretend it's my real hair.
Like little
No!
real things like in your
Fucking
like,
gross.
in your head, so you can change the length of your synthetic hair, so you can grow it out, shrink it back up.
You could hire thousands of tiny little microscopic fishermen to adjust it for you. Get a bunch of guys running around like, no, you need to cover the back, cover the back. It's not automated or anything, it's fishing reels. This is the future.
I couldn't think of the name of the system.
Yeah. What are the tiny people get paid to do that?
No, I think you're dead on, man. I think you've predicted the future with 100% accuracy as far as I'm concerned.
What I think is going to happen in a few years, you know, because trends they move in waves. So like pubes were not cool now, and then they were cool like before. I believe they're gonna come back, but with the advance of technology, they're gonna come back in like three-dimensional geometric like shapes. You know, like hedge trimming, but with
Like topiaries, pubiaries.
Like it's gonna be it's gonna be pubiaries.
Pubiaries.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna elevate into a.
Come be my co-star, Gene. Come be my co-star.
The square pubiary. You gotta go with the pyramid. It's all about the pyramid.
I want a giraffe pubiary.
You're lame.
Use the shaft itself in the design. It's very elaborate. Tape in there.
So you're gonna have like
Lame.
neighborhood competitions where people come out to look at like the different designs that you've gotten.
In the suburbs, they have yard competitions. He has the nicest garden.
Gene, you wanna know what I've noticed that I didn't want to bring up because I knew it was gonna screw up my brain.
Showing their newest, sexiest.
I didn't carb load,
Around, like, on the
and I'm a week and a
path,
half
like,
early.
Their ankles, someone's walking around like with a notepad. Mrs. Johnson, same design as last year.
Carb.
Family.
And normally I carb load.
Whenever they made a statue of
I've had my normal
famous gladiators,
absolute trash
they had
appetite.
like a bust of their head and shoulders, and then it
Yeah,
was
but
like
the kids didn't have
a
it.
square
No, I have
solid
not. Why?
block all the way down to the floor, except
Sticky.
they also had their cock
Oh,
balls.
lovely.
Perfectly in marble. So it was
Like cat just
it's
puke
like head,
sticky or just
and
just
then
gross
dick.
sticky.
and I don't know how accurate this is, but literally that is one element.
I do not think that soda was spilled because I know how Tabby acts when she spills soda.
On a nice little pedestal with a dick involved.
Well, I mean, the only reason I bring this up is because it's not too crazy to think about these competitions where, like, a bunch of rich assholes in a museum, like, and there's a bunch of lined up.
I just made a terrible
various
mistake.
Pubiaries, like, of all types of designs. They're like,
I just took a sip of my soda that I brought home from work, thinking it was the one that I put no ice in.
I have never seen.
That is the most watered down soda I have had in a while.
No.
Eh.
Yes. I have never seen that before. So everyone listening, it's probably on the website, but there's literally it's a head and shoulder bust, and then a full cylinder of nothing, except for a little like 3D carve out of a dick.
Okay, I'm digging through Reddit posts right now. This is apparently not a bust, nor is it technically a statue. This is called a herm. H-E-R-M.
A herm.
They were originally sacred objects in classical Greece, depicting the god Hermes. They were only of Hermes. I guess that's why they're called a herm. Is it the equivalent of like having a cross up in your kitchen or something modernly? I don't know. But from the late 400s onward, the style came to be used for other subjects, and like many forms of Greek sculpture, was copied by the Romans.
What was that, Gene?
Genitals were not intended to be part of the depiction, but were a remnant of the original.
That's a Disney.
Lenny's
power
here.
Penis.
For classical Greeks, the penis was part of the herm's religious significance.
Of course it was.
Okay, so what I'm getting here is Hermes had magic junk, and everybody in Greece was really hype about Hermes' junk.
Why did we never start rumors like that about our own? Can you imagine?
We could start it right now. I mean, yes, we
Sure,
have
sure.
magic junk.
I may not be able to get a perm, but I did go down.
Lenny
and
says
got
hi,
my perm
Gene.
done today, boys.
I'm not sure if you could hear him, but he went,
It's like a
hey.
gravestone, you know, grandpa died, and you go
Oh
over to the
my
field
God.
like, look, it looks so peaceful. Put a flower by his ball.
That would be such a banger of a will, though. You get your final, like, arrangements in order. You don't explain it or talk to anyone. You have, like, totally normal sounding stuff, but also mixed in there somewhere, you're like, also, I'd like my gravestone to be a firm. Make sure you get that taken.
Don't even
Everyone's
tell
like,
them. You just tell them you have to go to this one
yeah,
company.
no explanation. So, like, your family, your children are grieving, and they're like, oh, yeah. You're looking down on them.
Between me, my shitty headphones, and my podcast, I don't think you can hear anything in the kitchen.
And then the last page of your will is a series of 3D wireframes of your junk that you very carefully hadn't made. So, like, they learn what a herm is, and they're like,
That would be him doing dishes.
Send this to the herb maker.
There's like a thumb drive, and then like they boot it up. It's a spinning 3D file, like a light scan of your dick.
It's like one of those 90s like screensavers. Your junk bounces around the screen. Their kids are staring at it in horror, and then the tip just goes right into the corner, and one of them's like, yeah! Wait. Sorry. That's cool, but not the time.
Yeah.
Grandma's like,
Oh, that's when he was in his prime. Oh, that must have been 1983. I could tell by the...
God, do you think teratomas would work if you wanted to take extra dicks?
why not?
You hire someone to grow like 13 more dicks. You don't put 13 dicks, you just like chain them up. Like dick sticks.
Just to maximize the
You've got the human centodick.
What if the kind of teratoma that you grow in your body is like somehow genetic or something, or like it's unique, and so like you become known, like someone's like, oh, I grow hearts, and then the other guy's like, yeah, I grow right lung teratomas, and there's just the guy's like, yeah, I grow dick teratomas. They're not big, but there's a lot of them. You put them end to end if you're really worried about it.
Dick teratoma guy walks in there like, time to leave. There's a sit at a table by himself.
Sits down next to the anus teratoma guy, and the anus guy's like, what's up, you old bag of dicks? And they're like, yeah, nobody likes us.
Boob face sits down. I grow boobs only on my face.
I grow not teratomas. They're external. They're boobs on my face. Like, man, I don't think you're a teratoma guy at all. I don't think you know what teratomas are.
What are you doing at our club? What's the pinhead guy doing at the teratoma club?
Teratoma club. It's like a classy, snooty, Blazers only supper club for teratoma growers. It's a weird future that we're gonna live in, guys. I'm excited for it.
I think it'd be hard to look snooty when your blazer is like bulging out because of all the other organs underneath your coat.
I think I need a herm for my house. It's to really scare and confuse guests.
Well, if you do the teratoma thing, you could maybe get a herm, but instead of it just being the dick, it's whatever organs you actually grow in you. Would it still be a herm in that case?
I mean, you could call it that.
I did not know we'd go down the line of growing organs for other people inside of our body.
And that's what we do here. Go beyond just the problem. We solved that problem in the beginning.
I honestly thought this through a little bit, and I saw some different roads we might go down. This was not one of the ones I projected. I'm happy about that.
People got the education that they needed in terms of hair removal and hair restoration. We solved
Yeah, I mean, your guys' solutions were a lot more clever than mine. I was just gonna have two dudes super glue like their chests, and then like hug, and then have like cars or trains rip them apart to rip the hair out. But you guys had more clever solutions than that.
What the fuck, Wade?
What the fuck? Something fast or do the quick rip. It's like how whenever someone's like losing a tooth, you tie a string to the tooth, tie a string to the door, and you slam the door shut. It's kind of like that, but for hair.
I just want to circle back to herms for a second. Apparently they are named. So a herm of Athena is called a hermathena. So there's like Hermericles, which is Heracles. There's Hermaphroditus, which is Aphrodite. I want a Hermiskerm, Markiplier, and Herminion 7. Herminion Space 7, actually. If I'm being specifically honest.
Our new merch, the first merch of the podcast, will be Herms of Us, little tiny herms.
Oh my god, goodbye sets of herms. Oh my god.
God, if we can we make a herm shirt where it's just like dick and balls at the bottom center? Oh my god.
That's just a tan shirt with a shadow dog.
God.
That would be the best piece of merch I've ever seen on the internet. Oh my god.
For the people that understand.
It would have to, it would have to be squared, right? So it'd be a tan rectangle with like black sides.
Oh yeah.
Put your hands behind your back and really just become a herm.
Yeah, yeah.
Can the back of it just say "Got Herm" or something like that? Just the back doesn't matter.
The back is like a big like quote bubble that just says "You got herm." So once you get people, they look at you for a second and they're like, "What the? What?" You just jump and turn around and point at your back with your thumbs and be like, "Aha!"
Oh damn it! I thought it was just a lewd shirt. Now I know. Oh, I fell for it again.
Oh, this one's weird.
The one on the right, it kind of looks like a little face down there. Like you just got a second face. You just like, oh.
Like Squidward if he like had sunken in cheeks.
Yeah, fear death.
Is that Davy Jones?
Down that Jack Sparrow.
This conversation they were having has slowly gotten worse and worse the more I listen to it.
Every time you go to use a urinal, you walk into a public bathroom, you like find your spot, you're like, zip, just from down there, and you're like, shut up! God damn it! Like, God, I hate this.
I didn't know Davy Jones was Canadian.
Why did my terracotta have to have terracotta?
Yeah.
Why did mine have the voice box and the dick in the same one?
Ugh. Got it.
Teratoma?
Teratoma. We talked about this 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Is that what it's on, honey?
Yes.
So hair.
Hair, yeah. Well, we removed it. We added it.
I'm always confusing you. It's my favorite thing to do.
Oh, I love you.
What are some unorthodox uses?
Yeah.
Is removed.
What?
Fishing net, rug.
You could sprinkle it on your bed like rose
Yes,
petals
I know.
before an evening, a romantic evening.
Yeah, get some red hair for that.
Okay.
Exfoliating.
Oh yeah, hair soap. Just homemade soap with hair fibers as exfoliating.
Fiber supplement. You put that in some water, like Metamucil, it's like Haramucil. Just plug it down. Probably keep you very regular.
You could probably use it as glass fibers when you're pouring like epoxies or whatever. You can make like a hair fiber
That'd be perfect.
epoxy. You know.
I like how for one part of that that teratoma discussion they were straight up just talking about people farming.
A whole carpet instead of buying carpet.
And at that point I couldn't tell if they were talking about farming for food or farming for organs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both of which equally scary.
To show 'em who's boss.
Water supplement for swimming pools.
Yeah. If you have one of those cats that doesn't have hair, you use it for cat warmth, kind of a nest situation.
That was good. You guys were quick on that. 1,000 points each.
Thank you for points.
You're welcome.
What's that guy's name? Bill Nye?
I think it was Davy
The
Jones.
non-science guy?
Yeah, Bill Nene, Bill.
Billababoo?
Bill Yachty.
hit that.
Yeah, but it's the way they went about the discussion that made me think they were talking about food farming. Because they were talking about ending world hunger.
Statues, so I guess that makes you our winner today. Thank you. Pretty sure it was tied before that.
You did assign points exactly evenly as the whole time.
I think I was technically winning, but you know what? However many points you need to beat me with the statues, especially the ones with the feet.
Hey, you two, fucking stop!
Congrats.
I appreciate it.
Well played, sir.
I will patent the teratoma process, and you guys can expect organs to be pumped up very soon. If you want to crowdfund it, we have a Patreon for helping with that.
Yeah, I guess everything.
No, they were talking about gathering people and having them have certain type of teratoma by gene selection
I think he managed Alibaba,
and
that's the
eating
only
them.
sponsor that we could possibly get.
Unless I just misunderstood what the fuck they were talking about, which sadly I don't think I was.
Found our podcast.
Oh. Well, you can find us. Let's go to the website. The website's called. What's the name of the website?
Distractablepodcast.com.
You can find our podcast at distractablepodcast.com. A big thanks to
Yeah, and I was over here like, wow, that's one hell of a fucking jump. Went from talking about helping people to eating them.
Same time, same place. Podcast out.
So like my brain was just naturally like, they're not talking about. Nope, no, they are. Are they? No. Yeah, possibly. And I felt some kind of way that I'm not sure what way it was, but it was a way. Hey, can you still, like, I appreciate y'all are finally getting along. Can you not though? Like, not right now. It's way too late for this.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractable, a wood elf production.
Oh, this one is
host,
titled
Mark,
Body
and
Odor. Are we talking about good or bad body odor?
Foray into intense olfactory assault, augmented muscular brutoris furor, and cadres of circus slaughterers. Please steal your mind and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Distractable Podcast. I am your host, the winner, the handsome, the incredible, hugely penised, enormously testicle man known as Mark Clark.
Both of those are good. One of those is better than the other.
I'm Minion 77. Oh, it's Twitch. I'm I'm Lord Min. Oh no, it's YouTube. I'm the. That's Instagram.
Shush.
Wade's my name.
I am the official winner of the first episode of the Distractable podcast. This is my moment. We did not apparently explain this in the first episode, but the winner becomes the host of the next episode of the podcast. I'm the judge, which means that these guys are going to bring stories and topics to the conversation table, and we're going to discuss them in whatever way I see fit or we see fit. I will award points to these gentlemen here at the end of the episode, who will determine the winner, and the winner will be the host of the next episode of the podcast. I have a topic.
Oh, good. I was very curious about that part.
Today, we are going to discuss body odor.
Oh no.
I will take suggestions of the enhancement thereof or elimination of body odor. Whatever your solution is to body odor as a concept or an idea, accept it all. So while you guys percolate that in your mind, I would like to bring up today's sponsor.
Insert sponsorship here.
This episode of the Distractable Podcast is brought to you by Fiverr. I hired someone on Fiverr to do the music for this ad read. I also hired someone on Fiverr to write the copy for this ad read. We are Sonos Podcast and powerful booming bass on our podcast.
You can listen to Distractable while you shower or make breakfast. You can listen to Distractable while you're in your
Wait.
music or other stuff. When you're on your patio in the backyard, whatever the weather, Movement's designed to handle everything from unexpected range to religious hits. And Sonos' True Play tuning software makes sure Move sounds great no matter where you are or what you're listening to, like the Distractable Podcast. Sonos speakers, and especially Move, work with all of your favorite services. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, anywhere you can listen to our podcast.
I've actually expanded my collection of Sonos Move so that I
Gene, do we still have Mountain Dew?
but every platform that the podcast is available on.
Yeah.
On my house,
I'm gonna come steal some.
in the high quality sound and fidelity.
Cause this nasty ass Sprite I brought home, apparently I gave Ronnie mine that had no ice in it. So, it's like very, very nastily watered down and shit.
Nastily? Nastily?
Yeah, are you okay? Ew, I see what you mean. Gross. I'm vacating immediate area. Are you sure that's soda? Cause that did not, are you sure? Cause I felt more like, dried apple juice.
Because Fiverr's global network of on-demand freelance
And sadly, I know what dried apple juice feels like more than anything else.
extra support from
God, I hated babysitting. I like how I just took the whole fucking 2 liter instead of getting a cup. I'm like, yep, just gonna take this whole thing and leave.
Optimize your search by service, deadline, price, celery.
Tell me I'm a fat ass without telling me I'm a fat ass.
You'll know exactly what you're paying for up front.
You can find services like this and more on Fiverr.com, and you can receive 10% off your first order by using our code DISTRACTABLE. That is Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Code is DISTRACTABLE, DISTRACTIELE. That's Fiverr.com, code DISTRACTABLE.
Alright, you go first then. Tell your title. Mr. Ready.
Okay, alright, you guys, buckle down. Welcome to Wade's segment. No body odor for you. The title, I came up with that earlier, and I really like this, so I stuck with it.
Ow.
Alright, you want to eliminate body odor? Listen, I've got some ideas.
You don't get to go. I get to tell.
Oh, Bob said go! I was going! He's not the host! Oh, he's not? I'm the winner! I think you make a great host, by the way.
My title
Yes, Bob.
for my idea is called Rub.
I feel like we have the same idea, and I really want to go first now.
We definitely 100% do not have the same idea. If you have the same idea I have, I will eat my own foot.
All right, now that that's on the table, I really do want to see if Wade's idea is the same, but I need him to go first in order to get to the foot eating. So, Wade, I'm going to give you 5 points for going first.
Oh.
I imagine you are going to lose them immediately.
I hope so.
Cherish them while you can.
I wouldn't be me if I got to keep nice things.
All right, go for it.
Alright, my title was, what, reinsert the title I said.
-5 points.
No stink for you! And then
Close enough.
That was not it.
Close enough,
oh,
close enough.
Stinky,
You two.
Stinky Doo, where are you?
That's better, but further away. So.
Still 0 points. Still 0.
Alright. So look, you want to, we're getting rid of body odor, not gaining it. You want to get rid of body odor, look, here's what you do.
It was either way, man.
You can think if you want.
I don't know who the hell wants to gain body odor.
Like perfume. There's a huge industry of just getting odors on you.
No, I don't think that's true. You want to get rid of body odor. So, do you know how, like, when you have a dog, I don't know big dogs, I've always had small dogs mostly, so I don't know if big dogs do this, but, like, they'll go outside, they'll be sniffing around in the yard, and they'll find a spot in the yard that's, like, really stinky, right? And they'll just, like, sit there and they'll roll in it, then they come back and they smell awful, you gotta toss them in the bath.
Sure.
Okay. So, what that has taught me is that if there's something stinky, and your pet rolls in it, they take that stink away. So you grab your dog, you shove it under your arm, you do some rub-a-dubbing, okay? Stink transfer. Idea 1, done, in the bank.
That's terrifyingly close to my idea, and I can't possibly.
I knew it! Rub-a-dub-dub, eat your foot, Bob!
Mine's different and superior, and I think it's different enough that I will avoid eating my own foot, but Mark will be the judge of that.
I will be the judge. Now the stake is not only who will host, but who will eat what foot.
I'm gonna have some foot flambe tonight.
Alright, Wade, I'm gonna give you your 5 points back for the succinctness alone.
Well, you said idea number 1. You got a whole, what do you got, a list? You got a whole plethora of ideas over there?
Dude, I have been preparing all day and all night for the last 10 minutes for this. I've got ideas that you
That is the
even
most
have dreamt of.
all day and all night for the last 10 minutes.
We all need to hear where this
What is this, a fucking episode of
Alright, I'll
Minecraft?
tell you later, though.
Okay.
I say sarcastically as I stream
specifically
Minecraft.
7 rubs. We'll get to that later. Rub. That's the number it takes. So, we live in a modern society. We live in a wondrous age of scientific advancement. We live in a world where corn is genetically modified to pull knives on and kill any insect that
Sadly,
tries
yes,
to eat
it does,
Assume
and that's why
what
it's
corn
kinda
that
scary.
kills some pests does. We live in a world where you can choose the color of your baby's eyes, hoping this podcast isn't published until after that technology is invented. We live in a world where genetics are basically humanity's playthings.
What is
And
wrong
we
with you?
control beings to the very basic building blocks of their selves. What I suggest is ferrets. Have you ever held a ferret? Have you ever been around a ferret?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them. They run through tubes, and they're long, furry.
They're like fuzzy, tube-shaped snakes. They like to go in and around. They like to snug you. They like to rub on you. I think the solution to body odor is that everyone's house.
DoorDash is talking to me again.
Depending on your size,
Funny
number of
considering
household members, things
I
of that
haven't
nature.
ordered
This
anything from
details
DoorDash,
work
so
out.
why does DoorDash want
Anywhere
to talk
between
to me?
4 and 7, 7
Oh
being
my
the maximum.
god, I don't care.
Ferrets that have been genetically modified so that their sweat glands, I assume they have sweat glands, maybe they don't. We could put sweat glands in there if they don't. Totally fine. They basically secrete Axe body spray. They're like little mobile Axe secreting loofahs, and your entire life will smell delicious. You can choose your flavors too. Maybe you have different species of ferrets, different smells, types of smells. I don't know what Axe calls their smells anymore. You could have like Strife or Lincoln or
Old
I don't know.
Spice.
They don't smell like real things, so I have nothing to compare them to. They smell like the word that they're named. But you just let your ferrets crawl all over you. They rub. It can go on outside of your clothes. You could strip down to your skivvies. You could go full naked. You just lay
Mark
out. Could be a thing where
just
your
used
ferrets
the
wake
word.
you
No,
up
sorry,
in
this
bed,
Bob
sleep
just used the
naked.
word
You wake up
skivvies.
to a harem of ferrets.
I haven't heard
rubbing
that
you
word
down
in forever.
sensuously with your delicious red flavored Axe body
That's
spray.
why I said Old Spice,
You
because
will
Old
smell
Spice
good
smells
every
like
day, shower or no
heaven.
shower. Ferret's
At
fur
least
is
I
also
assume
quite
so.
soft, quite plush. It will have like a cleansing property to it as well. It will remove dirt. It will, if you mow the lawn, you get some grass stains on your legs or whatever, it'll take that right off of there. You gotta wash the ferrets quasi-regularly. Just chuck them in like the laundry machine. Not hot water. You don't want to hurt them. Do a load of ferrets once a week. Keep your ferrets clean, and then they keep you smelling like an actual person from an Axe body spray commercial.
I have an enhancement for your idea, which I don't know if I'm allowed to. May I proceed,
Before.
Yeah, I want to know if I'm eating my foot or not here.
Yeah, before we need to judge the foot eating. Bob, that is suspiciously close to Wade's idea.
I can't believe
It
you
is
stole my idea.
Fascinatingly close, because you said 4 to 7 ferrets, and I looked up the weight of an average ferret. It's about 2 kilograms. And 4 to 7 ferrets would put it in the range of a small dog.
Oh,
God.
You want to go that way?
Dog. The only difference
I'm
is
gonna have-
the genetic modification.
I already knew that,
And
but
you're hinging on the fact that you're
Pay me.
hoping that this podcast comes out at a
I have
time
to-
when genetic modification is going to be happening for animals. And I can almost guarantee you that by
hoping
Monday,
they knock your
when this
glasses.
episode actually comes out, we will not have
That's
the
not
technology
better.
to turn ferrets into Axe body spray machines.
Well, just because no one's working on it doesn't mean it's not possible.
Dude.
Who would be working on that?
I assume Axe. Has no one ever questioned why Axe has spent millions of dollars on genetic research?
Have they?
Check the records, it's out there.
We can cure this right now.
I know there's like horse testosterone in Axe body spray.
Oh,
Like I know that's a thing.
Give me that back.
Unless it's not a thing. And
What?
Axe, please do not sue. Horse testosterone. No, am I crazy about that?
she's gonna run away with it. You already know it.
Everyone was like, oh yeah,
No, I've
horse
never looked at the
testosterone.
ingredients.
I don't
No,
know.
it's not going to be listed on the ingredients as horse testosterone.
They don't tell you all the ingredients.
Well,
No.
I don't
Okay,
know what that.
no.
Okay.
What's she trying to do? Eat it?
Hang on, well, hold on. Wait, Axe horse testosterone.
I can't find a single thing.
I knew this was true. For
Don't
so
sue
long.
us.
You knew it was true, and now it's not true, but it used to be true.
Mark said it. We here at Distractable are not held to the opinions of one Mark Flyer.
Mark
I
Eclair.
swear, Jesus, am I insane?
Just keep Googling until you find something that suggests that you're correct.
God, I can't
While
find
you're
it.
looking, I'm going to talk about the ferrets and getting the ferrets to
Yeah,
excrete
you-
Axe body spray.
Okay, you do this.
So you know how like some people have really dry yards and they'll go and like install like a sprinkler system? We do that on the miniature scale. We get like little tiny sprinklers, we stab it all over the ferrets, and we install like a little piping system that links to like our can of Axe body spray that we then strap to their back.
Nothing. I'm just trying to
And
remove
as
it.
they're running around, you flip a switch and
Excuse me?
I'm just removing it. It's this gene.
all over comes the Axe body spray. Bob,
I'm just
solved
removing the
problem. We
overhang.
solved it before Monday.
Pyramid.
That means you have to refill a reservoir of Axe body spray. It means you have to buy Axe body spray that's not aerosolized, which I'm not sure if that exists. Because who wants
It's a
to just...
temporary solution, all right? Do you want my help or not? Do you want to fail? Do you
I
want to
didn't really
lose to
ask
me?
for your
Do you
help.
really want to lose to Wade?
I'm pretty sure I'm winning thus far.
Listen, your ferret system, right? You're talking about how you gotta go clean them, you gotta do this. Ferrets naturally run through pipes. So, what you do is you build a custom shower with really big holes in the shower head, maybe ferret-sized holes. It spits the ferrets out. They run all over, excrete their axe, take away your odor by rubbing on
almost
your
dead,
armpits
dude.
and whatnot.
Huh?
Then
I
they go
killed
into
it.
the drain. They go through a cleaning system where they're sprayed. They're
I don't even
cleaned,
feel bad.
whatever,
I
and they're
played the
spat
shit
back
out of
out
it.
the next time you need your ferret shower. If the ferrets
You
don't make
suck
it,
ass.
they don't run back into the hole.
No,
You
I don't.
remove the
Not for free
corpses
anyways.
Of the failed ferrets. Occasionally you have to restock your ferret tub.
Can I play tomorrow?
But you got a permanent cleaning.
Maybe.
Or you can show
For
me?
you and
I'm
your
gonna,
ferret.
I'm gonna
I will
cut-
let
I'm
you
gonna cut you off.
flounder
I'm
and
gonna cut you off.
fail
You're
like I
going
do
down a
Tabitha.
path, And I don't want to see the end of this road.
I will throw you in the
So,
deep
alright,
end
yeah.
and let you cry and wail like
So
the
I'm
M.
gonna rein this in. This
Wow, I
episode
just
has
sound
already gotten way
fucking
out of hand.
horrible.
We do not advocate the turning of
Yeah,
ferrets,
like total ass.
punching holes in them, and causing a
yeah,
shower
keyword, but
system
that's
to
bad.
explode out from their punctured bodies. That's not what we endorse here.
My
So,
feet
Bob,
itch.
I will
My
not
leg itch.
declare you have to eat foot. You don't have to eat your foot.
Okay.
However, for plagiarism alone,
Don't.
I'm only going to give you 5 points, and I'm going to give Wade another 5 points. Because he got the idea out there first.
I wanna
Yeah, well,
watch
you
you, so
made
I
him
can
go
get
first, but that's fine.
Rest of the
Yeah, I'm the judge. Now, what we're not touching on is
Cinema,
why
get out there.
body odor. You
No,
know what
just
I
let her
mean?
be.
We're all so focused on the problem of body odor, but we don't even know that why it's a problem in the first place. Like with
Yeah,
humans,
please, look at
they
that.
have
She's looking at that.
pheromones, right? It's
She's looking at my cursor because it puts a black outline on all of the blocks it runs over.
I'm asking on behalf of our audience members who maybe don't know.
Okay, well,
Of course I know.
All right, then tell me.
It's like a chemical that you release in the environment by like animals or something that makes things want to stuff around it, you know?
What the fuck are you talking about, Wade? want to do the stuff in the thing and then around it.
Great. Yeah. So pheromones. Body odor in general is kind of a byproduct of a lot of different things, like sweat, but also in sweat and, like, you know, dirt and grime that you get on you. Like underneath there actually are chemical signals that humans, even, like, maybe if it's not consciously, but subconsciously respond to. Ants have pheromones. Bees have pheromones. Like, most creatures.
Chickens have pheromones. That doesn't mean they're reused for anything.
Where it's not like mind control is possible, but like behavior can be influenced by these chemical signals to the brain, because like sense of smell is like directly connected to the brain. So I'm gonna open up to the floor again about topics branching out from body odor from this idea of like, is it good, is it bad, should we eliminate it, why should we eliminate it? These are the questions that must be asked.
Well, yeah, of course we should eliminate it. Okay. Look, 6 is an awkward number, right? We have 6 senses, we have 5 fingers on each hand. One of the senses has to go, just for sheer convenience. And why not smell?
Wait.
What?
What are the 6 senses, Wade?
Yeah, what are the 6 senses?
Oh, let me tell you. Sight, touch,
yeah,
smell,
yep,
hearing, super smell.
Oh, okay.
Taste.
Yeah.
That's, how many am I at?
I think that was 6, buddy.
And incognito. That's not the word. Insomnia. No. That thing where you
Intuition?
think and someone else can think what you're thinking.
Telepathy?
Telepathy. Yeah. And listen, 2 of them gotta go, and I think it's super smell and smell. Bob, you.
Well, no, I like where you're going with this, Mark. Something humans have not mastered. We've mastered so much in this world.
What
something
the
humans really haven't mastered is the use of
I'm neutral.
pheromones and stank for nonverbal communication and for, you know, like the power of suggestion. I like the idea.
If I get cold, I have a heating pad I can just throw over my toes.
It's like an Ocean's 11 style heist, but the crux of it is the stank. You know what? That totally does happen in one of those movies, doesn't it? I can see an image of Matt Damon. They wipe him down with pheromones, and he like seduces a woman just by existing near her. That's some real shit right there. Like, imagine it. You need a loan from the bank. You're trying to start your dog treat weed bakery because you really want dogs to chill out because they're not chill enough. And you need a loan from your local bank. They sell a pheromone strip for that. You go into your local pharaoh dealer, tell them what you need. They give you something, a little strip soaked in like oils and whatnot. Smells nice. Buried in there is pheromones that you will emit that will make that loan officer just weak at the knees. And they'll just give you whatever you want. They'll be eating out of the palm of your hand. Why isn't that a thing? I want that. I want hacks.
Yeah, why not?
Also, I just want to say for the record, I might be really stupid, but I found some research that backs up my claim that there are in fact 7 senses. Do you want to hear what the actual other 2 are?
6, but okay.
Yeah. Well, then I counted to 7 when I got super smell in there too.
Sure.
So I counted to 7. So the 7 senses, according to pathways.org, are sight, hearing, smell, get rid of that one, taste, touch, vestibular, which is movement, the movement and balance sense, which gives us information about where our head and body are in space, helps us stay upright when we sit, stand, and walk. Number 7, I know this word, proprioception, body position, the body awareness sense, which tells us where our body parts are relative to each other. Also gives us information about how much force to use, allowing us to do something like crack an egg while not crushing the egg in our hands.
Yeah. I'm not a sensologist, or whatever the term may be, but I'm like 98% certain that those last 2 are combinations of sight.
No, that's actually, there's a thing. If someone has an amputation, the phantom sensation of their arm, they still feel like they're moving it even if there is no arm there. So I think proprioception is actually like a proven one, because you can close your eyes, you know where your arms are in relative to your head, you can feel them kind of. So I think.
What food? Is it good food? Because if it's not good food,
the distinction
disown.
that I would draw is the idea of the senses,
I don't know how I'm gonna disown
as
you
they are
and yeah.
described, is how you interact with the outside world.
But he has food and I don't have food. Gene, do we have food? I'm hungry now. God damn it, Lenny. Gene, what are we eating for dinner? What are we having for dinner? Because I'm hungry. I did not want my salad.
Close your eyes and lift up.
I had some really cold, disgusting fucking... Where the fuck is the meltdown? No, I wanted sugary foods, and we don't really have that much sugary foods in the house. I wanted sugar. I want sugar, sugar, sugar. You know how I is. I'd be... You know what? I fucking give up on words. I'm fucking starving.
I don't think those belong in the same category. That's my argument.
So the five senses are more important for what's going on around you. So, like, everyone else around you matters more than you yourself. So you don't matter in the senses. So we have scientifically proven that you don't matter.
Keep talking and die, Lenny. It's not funny.
I definitely think that people think they matter a lot more than they do in a lot of situations.
Alright, go ahead. Name names.
A lot of self-importance floating around. A lot of big shiny heads, if you know what I mean.
Alright, say it. Just say it.
Time is it? Shit, Lidl's is closed. You're not funny, Lenny. I'm fucking hungry. Hugs don't make it better. Some motherfuckers over here like scrambled eggs, bacon, sauces, and cheese on my... on maple glazed potato bread with ham. Motherfucker!
With a radius of 0.75 kilometers.
But it sounds good. I don't care. I will take that heart attack with happiness and a smile on my face.
Dilution seemed to make the smell worse and describe the smell as fearful.
I like to imagine that was just some German dudes like in their basement, just like, yes, we will find the smelliest smell, and we will make the divorce cologne. We will sell it to America. But like, it turns into like the happening. They find it, and like everyone on their block, it just dies in their houses. Like people are passed out or just dead, and like people on the edges smell it, and they're like, oh god. They start coming outside, and everyone's like drawn to this. But the more people that try and go and figure out what the hell is happening, they just keep like they get further in. They die. They start wearing hazmat suits. They get a little further in, but then like one guy gets like fully suited up in like a sealed spacesuit, airtight thing.
What, Gene?
Looks around, can't figure out what the hell is happening.
No.
The chemical out with him, and it's just like the spread of this chemical is just like a wave of, I don't know if it would really kill them, but I like to imagine because that's way more of a movie.
This shit is so bad. In 1967, researchers did an experiment, and they said, recently we found ourselves with an odor problem beyond our worst expectations. Like two of our chemists who had done no more than investigate the cracking of minute amounts of trithioacetone found themselves the object of hostile stares in a restaurant and suffered the humiliation of having a waitress spray the area around them with deodorant. And one single drop was placed on a watch glass in a fume cupboard, and the odor was detected downwind a quarter of a mile away in seconds.
God, is this
stuff is...
It's like physics defying.
It's freaking devastating.
Dude, okay. New idea for a weapon.
Oh my god.
For non-lethal warfare.
Okay.
Packs. What are they? What's a pack of ferrets called?
Oh, it's a
pack of ferrets is known as a business of ferrets, apparently. Businesses of ferrets assigned to containment trucks, trying to do some low-key warfare.
Gene, I'm gonna find myself out of dating for a while because I'm gonna fucking kill Lenny. Stop talking about food. I'm fucking hungry.
Just crack the back there and let your genetically modified thioacetone spewing ferrets infest the area. It would drive humanity from the area completely. You could empty city blocks in probably a day if these ferrets just get in. They're in the pipes. It's everywhere. It's inescapable. People would literally flee from that.
You're saying
I'm
just take,
good.
like, whatever this chemical was, like a drop
I'm just
of
gonna go
it,
down to
that clear,
7-Eleven and
like,
steal
what, a
some of their
quarter mile?
spicy
So you get,
wings
like,
because
a
I'm
nice
fat ass
little
like that.
sippy cup size
Actually,
thing,
no, not
and you
spicy
drop
wings.
it, and you
I learned
call
my
it, like, I
lesson
don't know, some
last
kind
time.
of
It fucking hurt.
stink bomb or something. You drop it,
I don't know.
splash, and
I'll
all
go
of a
figure
sudden,
out.
full city cleared, and you can fly over multiple cities and just
I mean,
clear
the
out
thing
at
about that
once.
is that's overt. Where that's not any different than dropping
the
actual
Happy on
ordnance.
pizza?
That's an act of
What?
it's an act of
the
aggression
Happy on
on another
pizza?
place.
I
We don't have
feel like
pizza.
it's slightly
Huh?
different.
We don't
It's a
have
big
pizza.
American
No, you call.
B-52.
They're
Everyone will
closed.
stop like,
They stopped delivering at 10.
what is that American plane doing?
Yeah.
Why are they dropping things on us? Man, that's
You
not
did
good.
different. Paint it to look like Happy the Clown.
So a clown, B-52 painted to
Well,
look
honey,
like a clown.
with all the love of my heart,
The point
you
is
have
that the
to speak
certs are
of power.
covert, Wade. If you're at war with someone, you don't need
Lenny, I'm gonna find myself having to sit there and find a new apartment because I'm gonna stab Jean.
We can stealth it a little bit. That's not stealthing. That's the opposite.
Okay, let me take my
Okay.
Mountain Dew first. Let me take my Mountain Dew first. You gonna stab me as long as you take my Mountain Dew?
I always threaten to stab you, but I never do. Now get back! It's mine.
I bought you Pepsi, it's still there unopened.
I told you I don't drink regular Pepsi, Jean.
Oh yes you have.
No, I take it to work. And it just fucking disappears. I don't know who the fuck drinks it, but it's not me. I just set it on the counter and it just poofs. Oh yeah, I'm sure I just broke Lenny's eardrums. Ooh, Jean, do you think Burger King is open?
I do not care how they smell.
But DoorDash does.
Shooting into my city. I am fucking out. I am grabbing my go bag and tossing the dog in the car, and Mandy and I are leaving forever because I will not live in a city where clowns are started. That does not sound like a place. I don't care how it smells.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
That's a cute ferret. You see a clown?
I'm sorry, it's the first thing that popped up on my screen. I need to not be where I am, because if darkness hits, I'm just gonna die.
The idea of overt versus covert. But
Convenience store.
I'm not gonna deny that
No one knows whose clowns they are.
all clowns are
Yeah, I'll stand right here and, I'll stand over here, so the interesting world of outside that's not in my head exists. Oh, it's raining. Cool.
You know, he's got a good point. It's not the point in any relation to the conversation we're having, but he does have a point.
Thank you.
It's just a different point, and I'll give him 1 point for that.
Oh, that feels good. Hit me again, Daddy Judge.
Fast food. What is still open and delivering near me? Okay, when does Wendy's stop delivering?
I don't want to.
How late is Wendy's open, Gene? Do they close at midnight?
Why? There's no clown scent on them. Christ, you mentioned the clown assassin.
You want to get some Wendy's with me?
You're standing there, and from behind you just hear like squeak, squeak, squeak. You turn around, there's a clown standing there, just like looking the other way, and you're like, okay, okay.
What's the clown
Feed the fam deals.
The clowns don't traditionally talk that much. They sort of do.
I thought those were mimes.
No, I mean clowns can talk. They're not a mime, but like they do physical gags. They
Biggie
do
meals. What is a
sporting
biggie meal?
flower, They make balloon animals. They talk when it's like a one-on-one thing at a party a little bit, but it's about the gags.
Yeah, it's about the eggs. Also, that flour is now devastatingly stink contained within it.
Is that a no?
Be on top, baby.
I could do McDonald's instead.
Assassin Stink Squad is taking off.
I feel like the thing about here is that
Are you wearing my hat?
stink is almost immaterial to the fact that you're dropping clown assassins out of the sky. And,
It would have to be
like,
card.
that's way more than enough.
Gene.
I have $10 to spare.
Gene. It'd have to be card because you can't do cash.
Well, I don't have it on my card.
Fuck. Well, I guess we're not getting anything. They don't have the option for doing cash, which is stupid. Well, and that was when the murders began. I'm sorry, I lost part of the conversation in me whining about wanting food. What was that? Are you talking about me whining about soda and me breaking your eardrums?
No, just whining in general.
You know I love whining, Gene. Don't even try it.
I love you too.
Whining is literally the only thing that brings me joy most days. That and complaining and listening to David cringe when I do.
Did you jump on the computer today?
No, I did not. I came home, I crawled under my blankets and turned on my heating pad and cried.
Hey, James, jump on the computer when I get home.
Well, I wasn't expecting, one, my cramps to be as bad as they were, and two, having to put up with David's shit all fucking day. I thought Carol was coming in after her doctor's appointment, but apparently Jamie called out because he's sick. So, Carol wasn't able to come in until 4 because she has to cover for Jamie because Jamie is closing. Or was supposed to be closing. So I had to put up with David's stupid ass and his negligent need to not fucking work until 4 o'clock. I don't think negligent was the right word I'm using, but I'm gonna go with it.
How about asinine?
I don't know what that word means, so I won't use it.
Well, he just needs to sell his part of the business and leave.
That's okay. I shit you not. I'm not gonna keep fucking working for him. I'm done. After my vacation in March, I'm fucking out. I'm gone. But I've gotten so many different, reports and shit like that where they'll give you hours and then cut them last minute and then your paycheck ends up shit. It's not worth it from what I hear. Hey Jean, you want to go down to, never mind, because we can't leave Tabby in the house. I forgot she was home.
What were you going to say?
I was about to say, do you want to go down to 7-Eleven with me? But then I remembered Tabby's in the house and we can't leave her here regardless of the fact she is sleeping. I forgot about all that shit. Fuck! No. Because she's been getting kind of sick in her sleep, so we don't want the potential lawsuit. What? Oh, ew, I can hear it. Oh, gross. That's gotta be apple juice. I have never heard soda stick like that to the floor, Gene. And here I thought it was because you said you loved me. That is the most unconvincing thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth, no offense. I love you too. Are you throwing shit at me?
Yeah, for you can't decontaminate yourself.
Of what?
I don't know. Cooties.
Oh my god, how old are you? Fucking 5?
You suck my ass.
You don't pay me. So no. I wouldn't even do that to someone who pays me.
I'm glad y'all like this now and get so much acknowledgement and like, ooh, what is Dad doing?
cleaning up our fucking messes again.
For Daddy, you'll take care of it. Joe, we're gonna kick y'all's asses out.
I pay for Smokey, you can't kick her out. You can kick out Tabby's cat.
Really?
What?
That's where you're gonna go?
Yes.
No, not you.
Well, you didn't specify who he was talking to. You know, I almost wish I had a way of sitting there and transferring my live streams. Like, so, we were watching Minecraft, and now we're gonna watch Kayla walk down to fucking 7-Eleven.
Excuse me?
I can't transfer a live stream once I start it, so it was like,
Well, I wasn't even saying you were going to 7-Eleven.
I'm hungry, and Food Lion's too far, and I think they're closed. Walmart's not an option, and I'm not going to Wawa. No matter how good Wawa's food is. Because Wawa's just a little farther away, and I don't want to walk in the dark that long myself.
Can you please leave that alone?
No. I don't even know what I'm saying. No.
That's my name, but Smokey.
Oh, then it's a definite no. This is my cat. When does she ever do what she's told?
You my feet. Or my shoes.
Icky, icky, icky.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw you. What are you saying, away?
What things?
Huh?
What things?
My sandals, flip-flops, whatever the hell you wanna call them.
They're sandals. Why do you have to get rid of them?
Excuse me?
Why do you have to get rid of them? When it's trained very well.
Stickiness. The sticky.
Just throw them in the bathtub. They'll eventually find their way clean. Yes. This house is clean. Why can't you let me have one fucking movie reference? Just one.
Where did we get that come from? You don't know.
No. I'm gonna show you a picture of the lady that says it. And if you don't get it off of that, don't look at the TV screen. Fucking Lenny said it. Give me a second.
Well, I have no glasses on.
Okay, good. Continue to not look at it. Is there a way for me to just, I'm not gonna show you one where it's got the name of it sitting like right underneath of it.
Put your finger over it.
Out of every horror movie you've seen, you haven't seen the Poltergeist?
The first one or the second one?
The first one.
Yeah, but I don't recall that.
I don't even like horror movies.
Neuroplasticity and how you can rewire your mind. But the whole series is this dude who's trying to learn to like the smell of like his partner's farts.
Yeah, it's sticky
and like it's hard to capture a fart.
He still didn't get it. I showed him the video, or rather the GIF that popped up when I sat there and searched it up, and he didn't get it.
I recall that. I'm Poltergeist. I guess I was more absorbed in, the TV and the static and
If my memory serves right as to what part of the movie that was, I think this is, like, shortly after that part of it.
Because that woman right there
is batshit crazy.
Well, she was the one that they brought in to, like, exercise the room. An exorcism.
No thanks. I liked that movie when I first saw it. Does not mean I continued to like that movie after I saw it. Yeah, Lenny said, guess we're gonna have to do a movie night called Grandma. Gonna have to downvote that. Negative, Ghost Rider. Not today. No! First off, Chucky, while that one was a good movie, all of its ones, except for maybe The Bride of Chucky, and even then that was kind of shit, were absolute fucking garbage. Don't even get me started on the fucked up shit they did with the goddamn Chucky TV show that's out now. Oh my gosh, they ruined one of the classic horror movies I saw as a kid and fucked it up. I have so many problems with the Chucky franchise, it's got a laundry list. And I don't like laundry. I do laundry. That's a different story. You said I don't do laundry. There's a difference to that.
No. A classic is the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I did not like that.
That's a classic.
So was fucking Chucky for me. Did you forget I'm a fucking child? And the classic sense of horror movies?
Till this day.
We all know I have a 3-year-old mentality. Oh my god, stop singing that stupid ass song.
It's in my head.
I can get it out of your head by knocking you upside of it with a brick. Lenny agrees with me.
What?
He said Rocky Horror Picture Show is not an actual horror, it's a crappy musical.
It's a classic musical.
It's crap. It's garbage. It belongs in the doo-doo pile.
Well, y'all suck balls.
You don't pay me enough. And Anthony Head was the best Frankenfurt. Fuck. I fucking give up. I can't talk to save my goddamn life.
That's Tim Curry.
It says Frankenfurter. Say Frankenfurt.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
I fucking give up. I don't know why I even try to speak anymore. What? I can do the time warp. I just don't feel like it. It's a lot of work. And the Doctor Who version of that song is so much better. Let's do the time warp. Okay. Lenny said that Tim Curry was the movie one, Anthony Head was the first one when Rocky Horror Picture Show was a stage production in London. That's what he just said. It's from when the Rocky Horror Picture Show was only a stage production, not the movie. You know, let's start an argument. Which one was better? The Johnny Depp or the original, classical Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh, yeah. Johnny Depp sucks.
I'll wait for the stream to catch up for Lenny to sit there and put his 2 inputs in here. The Willy Wonka book? What? Was there a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory book?
Yeah. Even though I like Tim Burton, I didn't
The
like
fuck
it
does the fuck does Tim Burton have to do with this?
he made the second version with Johnny Depp.
Maybe that's why it was so fucking creepy. Okay, let's put it this way. I have read many books, but even which in my fucking high school, we did not give a shit about what the teachers were trying to get us to read. We did not read in the first place. Unless you were me, in which case it was porn on my phone.
Well, it's like Sleepy Hollow. Again, Johnny Depp and Tim Burton.
Sleepy what?
Sleepy Hollow. The Headless Horseman.
Oh. Okay.
Again.
I don't do... When will you learn? I do not do names. You have to give me like characters or a defining part of the book. I cannot remember names. I have read well over 600 books. Fuck that. You gotta start out with names of characters, because I will not remember.
Okay, with Johnny Depp and Tim Burton, they did Sleepy Hollow. And once again, Washington Irving version is a whole lot better.
Not to sound like an idiot, but Tim Burton's the one who did like The Corpse Bride and Frankendog and all that shit, right?
Edward Scissorhands.
I've never seen that movie, and I will continue to not see that movie. Don't even try me, Gene. I will actually shoot you.
Again, it has Johnny Depp in there.
How many over do I need to go?
If you don't have hands, he has scissor hands.
Yes, there was a book. It was from 1964 by... Oh! That's why I recognize that name. Matilda. No, the book Matilda. The book Matilda. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 over. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, and people always tell me I'm wrong, but Matilda was one of the best generational movies I have seen in a while as a child, because, I don't know, maybe it was the fact that, you know, her teacher was great, her family was an asshole. What? I am. No, I meant generationally. If I sat there and tried to get Tabby to watch the movie Matilda with me, she wouldn't want to watch it because it's got nothing to do with, you know, fucking unicorns and fucking fairies and shit like that. Because that's basically all she watches now. And it's not YouTube, so she's definitely not going to watch it. But if you got... I think Matilda would be one of the only movies I know of off the top of my head that I could get Allie to watch with me. And you know the scenario behind that statement.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, it's like, as kids, that was our kind of movie. And you gotta think, Matilda was such a good movie that it's one of the only old movies that was made that no one has tried to recreate at all. Normally they'll sit there and like propose, you know, a rerun of something. Half the time they won't do it because they know it's a terrible fucking idea.
Wasn't Matilda about a young girl?
A young girl who got psychic powers and shit.
What
The head miss.
we see? Oh.
hell is that reflecting off of? Oh. The glass canisters.
No, but
Yeah, she's looking at the glass canisters. And the occasional light off of my phone. But they sat there and proposed once again, another new version of Willy Wonka. Of course, people sat there and was like, "Don't fucking do it again. We've already had 2. It's fine. Just stop."
what,
We're
third one?
Yeah.
No.
They were planning on doing another new one, and we're all like, "No, fucking stop. You've already ruined the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with that stupid ass live action version." And then they fucking ruined Teen Titans with that stupid ass Teen Titans Go. And they've ruined God knows how many other kids fucking... You see that bullshit they did to fucking Scooby-Doo? That hyper-realistic, absolutely disturbing ass version of Scooby-Doo they tried to propose as the new version? No! Tell me I'm passionate about my kids' TV shows without telling me I'm passionate.
All they haven't fucked up Star Trek. But they have not.
I hate to break it to you. They fucked up Star Trek.
No, because you gotta say Spock. Really? Give me that back.
You see that new shit they've been putting out? Well, let me see if I can find it.
Dinosaurs are all females. Sonic runs through.
Or at least last I heard they were planning on fucking up Star Trek. No. They have Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, that is supposed to be coming out this year.
It don't have Chris Pine.
I'll send you the link.
Okay, I know where we're going with this.
They fucking up Star Trek.
No, because
and I know something like this was originally in the plans when they were doing it, but it's one of those, it's like, why do they have to turn everything good into a fucking animated TV series?
See, they're going to Picard. Halfway through Star Trek, they went from Will Shatner, who was Captain Kirk, to Captain Picard.
I know, but it's still one of those, it's like, why can't they just leave the shit alone? Like, let the fandom be the fandom. But instead, I shit you not. That is Prodigy, mixed reviews. Lower Deck has some decent liking among the fans. The JJ movies are highly safe. I'm so fucking tired of trying to speak today. But they're taking all the old TV shows and trying to give them a revamp with like new freaking well, not really new casts, but like getting like the new generations interested in. The new generations are like, no, we're good. So it's 90% of the old fans getting excited over new content. I'm sorry. My ear has tuned back into distractible. What the fuck are y'all talking about hedgehog semen for? And what does it have to do with transportation? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It is probably better for my health if I do not know. I lost my train of thought by listening to that fucking line of fucking gross. Gene, where was I on my rant? You weren't listening to me rant either, were you?
Star Trek.
Okay, how far into that rant was I?
Shatner versus Picard.
Okay, I don't really have much to say on that because they both equally sucked, but okay.
No, going back to the first.
Oh, did you know they were supposed to be sitting there turning Star Wars into yet another animated TV series?
Star Wars?
Star Wars into another animated TV series. They already have one.
I'm still pissed off at them after Star Wars 2.
Which one?
Them with the Phantom Menace and all the other.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, they had the new movies with what is her fucking name?
Limited. Technology is only available to the people who it serves.
Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia.
Well, no, the new one where it had fucking, I think her name was Rhea or Rain or some shit like that, as the new Jedi, and Luke was this old ass motherfucker on a far off island because I didn't watch the full movie. And then after that, they sat there and gave them new Star Wars content by giving them an animated TV series to get kids interested in it, and fucking Rey. Okay. Like I said, I did not listen to the whole movie. I did not sit there and fucking care enough. I did it on my uncle's birthday. And, because of that, you know, kids got interested with it, and then they were like, ooh, we should go watch the old shit, and they don't like the new shit now because they watched the old shit and they realized that it's kind of fucking bullshit. I could go on and on. There's not enough time in my life for me to go on about what kind of bullshit they're doing to make TG. What? Come, Gene, be my co-star in this bullshit. But it's I liked the old Star Wars because that was me and Dad's thing, because he was such a fucking massive ass nerd as a kid. I have, if I remember right, I think I have some of his Star Wars collectibles or something like that in my trunk. Well, he had them both, I just don't have his Star Trek shit. And honestly, I think the only thing that I didn't get into that my dad was into was anime. Because I sat there, I watched like 1 or 2 series my friends recommended me, and was fucking horrified by the shit my friends sit there and watch. Because they started me out with Black Butler, I was like, ooh, cool, this is all great and shit. And then I started watching Fairy Tail, and I was like, okay, a little drawn out, a little dramatic, kind of crazy, but still good. And then they had me watch Ouran High School Host Club, and I fucking noped the hell out of anime after that. Oh, shut up. It's so not funny, Lenny. I think the only TV anime that I tried to get into after watching that shit was, I think, Blue Exorcist, and I couldn't get my fucking brain back into watching anime. It was scarred, so I left it alone. Gene, I'm sorry, you probably missed part of the conversation. I'm no longer talking about being scarred about Star Wars. This is about something that I know for a fact you have not watched. Anime. I don't do anime either anymore. I was scarred and I gave up. They don't want to move. They want your love and affection. I need to stop jumping down that. It just gives me more and more pain. She was like, yeah, I was scarred by James... What was that director's name? The one you were...
James Cameron.
James Cameron. You talking about the Blue People Avatar?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I was right. Because I was going to say, I do not think James Cameron directed that Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Thank you, ladies. I love you. See, that's why I like Peter Jackson.
There was
In
already
the Lord of the Rings.
meeting on the way to the restaurant, like predictive, like I got.
See, that's what I was saying. I knew it wasn't the right person, but that's where my brain automatically went when I went Avatar, cause whenever I think Avatar, I think the TV series of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Aang was my shit. That new bullshit Kira, The Last Airbender and all that. I am so upset with that. I'm not playing. I just dropped my headset and it probably made a really loud popping noise.
Okay, you're talking about the Airbender movie.
Yeah, that was absolute shit, first off. I don't even give a fuck that, oh, it was great CGI for its time. No, it was fucking shit, because you didn't even have the goddamn timeline correct for what the fuck happened in the TV series into that fucking movie, and on top of that, you only made one series movie. One series, not even a full fucking season, and never made another goddamn movie. I am so upset with that shit, and then they brought out that fucking, ooh, I just popped my damn thing. I am so sorry, Lenny. I just smacked my headset twice. And then they made that stupid ass Kira.
No, tell me how.
No, let me finish where I'm going with this. I am not playing. Then they made that fucking Kira, the new Airbender fucking series, where they had all these other Airbenders. I'm sorry, maybe you didn't pay attention to the very beginning part of Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it was talking about he's the last fucking Airbender. I'm sorry, where did all these other Airbenders suddenly come from? Because I know Aang did not procreate into people that are older than him. I know that for a fucking fact. And then second off, it's actually stated that a new Avatar cannot be chosen until the old Avatar dies. So the fact that Aang and Kira are both the Avatar is, oh my god.
They met her.
They literally sat there, and when they did that shit, broke the entirety. I stopped watching after that. Because it's like, it is so clearly stated. It's like a new Avatar is chosen as soon as the old Avatar dies. Okay, tell me how Aang is still alive then, because like this ain't, you ain't meshing your storyline and lore properly, because Kira is still alive, and so is Aang. So obviously one of them two fuckers, they gotta die, like fucking 12 years ago, considering when she was chosen to be the Avatar. I am upset. I am upset, G.
She's not Random Raven. Oh, my bad. That's what you do right fucking now. I love you.
Just because he's dead inside does not mean that the Avatar is still within them both. Because it is fucking impossible timeline-wise for two Avatars to be alive at the same time.
Really want to get it in there. I wouldn't recommend that one. That one's not as pleasant. But I appreciate you kind of figure out like what your favorite flavor is.
Also,
I need those more pickaxes. I'm so upset. This is why my friends won't bring up Avatar: The Last Airbender with me anymore, because they know it's a useless endeavor to try to get me to sit there and talk about it and not lose my shit. My stomach hurts, dude.
Dot the period and then com. C-O-M. Use code Distractable at checkout to get 25% off anything to get better hydration today.
Alright, that's enough stalling. I have ample time to do some thorough research. I would like to hear your titles, gentlemen.
Would you like me to go first, Mark?
Hey, let's debate about who should go first. That's really the key.
Debatable, our new podcast.
Thank you!
You're welcome.
Someone fucking agrees with me. None of my friends could fucking understand that one simple goddamn statement right there. None of them. Because none of them were, even slightly invested in the series. But I don't give a shit. There's no off button. Don't even try me. The mute button's broken too. Volume control doesn't exist.
I got a key.
That doesn't work either.
Let me see.
The lock is broken.
That is also intriguing. Slightly less intriguing.
I snapped that shit like a Polaroid picture.
I give you 1 point, sir, but I'm dying to hear.
Click.
Not that kind of snap.
Click.
But
Give me Rose. Here's Rose. Give me Rose. That's not.
it's what happened.
First, the said
Yeah, they were both. Well, no, Jack
Great.
got
All right.
fucked.
The
He
information
survived.
super
Well,
Fuck you, Jack.
So, we've already got
I'll never let go, Jack.
planes and storks and that kind of thing carrying babies around. Everyone knows like teleportation, whatever.
Well, no, it's not even, not even slightly invested. No, when I started talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, they left the room.
Everyone says Mother Earth.
They did not want to be in the same room as me. When I started talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, they're like, oh my god, this bitch is going off again. Just fucking leave. It's better for us all. And I'm over here like, no, get your asses back. Y'all started this conversation. You will stay till the end.
And they'll stand over one of the mother
Shut up about the way I talk.
that leads into the deep veins of Earth. And if you want to travel somewhere fast,
Because someone sat there and tried to say,
you give this person
what the fuck are you
a big
doing?
ol' hug, you touch
Oh.
noses as you
Yes.
slowly
Is
I
it-
smell it now.
Is it my butter, fellow? No, do not put that on your skin.
living being juices all the way flowing to their feet.
I can smell it.
No connection.
It's not like a perfume. That
When
shit.
I go bald, I'm already bald.
No, that shit can give you chemical burns on your skin.
Well, I have a red patch right here. It's like, hey,
What happened there? Oh, I was being a dumbass. I thought it was like perfume.
I'll pull the tape out.
Hey, I don't just spray random shit on me.
Clarify, I think. Yeah, by all means. Who
You okay?
the Mother Earth connection knows there? Did
Where was I at in my debate and rant?
Earth already exist? No, we did.
Part 3.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But some people were like, oh, Momo is my favorite character. I'm over here like, okay, why is Momo your favorite character? Oh, because he looks like a lemur. Motherfucker, get y'all fake ass out of my goddamn face. Because I damn nearly lost my shit. Next you're gonna fucking tell me that, his flying bison's your favorite character because it looks like a buffalo. I mean, yeah, so get the fuck out of my face.
Okay, so these what did you call them?
Like, I started a whole ass fight with one of my cousins because they sat there and kept pronouncing Aang's name Ang. I'm over here like, why the fuck are you pronouncing it like that? Because that's the way it's spelled. I was like, okay, Dareek. You don't fucking like it, do you? It's not how your name is pronounced, is it? No, you know this. Exactly, so fucking pronounce it the way the goddamn fucking TV series has it, or get the fuck out of my face because I'm gonna punch you.
Breathing thing.
What?
Some kind of
Stop throwing your cigarettes at me.
blood veins of some kind, right? Maybe they're like dirt veins or lava veins. I don't know the science.
I just stabbed your ass.
No, thank you. That's not gonna stop my ranting, you know it.
Yeah,
This one right here.
or it's like,
Go put my dragon knife down. That's my dragon knife. I didn't say you could touch my dragon knife.
mother.
Well, now you're dragging ass.
Oh. Ooh.
How are you
Ow.
mad about this? This is your story.
Okay, so Jupiter and fuck you, which is a planet I've never heard of.
No, he said fuck you, Mars.
Yeah, it's Appa, but
That's not bad.
Mars and Jupiter had a one-night stand and they
it's
spat out.
the fucking jars. She's literally looking at the light reflect off the jars.
You know what? The line in that song.
Yeah, I know it's Appa, but it's one of those. He didn't call it by its name. No, he said flying bison. Like, I'm sorry. Two-legged human. As I started referring to my cousin for, a good few months after the scenario. He's like, can you stop that? I already said I'm sorry. I was like, no, because sorry does not sit there and help my feelings when they're hurt. He's like, that's not funny. I'm like, I'm not fucking laughing. So yeah, you're right, it's not fucking funny. He's like, it's just a fucking TV show. I was like, next time you're invested in a TV show, I'll make sure to say that to your face.
Oh man, the big alien gangbanger. My favorite Christmas alien film.
And that's actually something I did bring up when he got really invested in shit. What was it?
What is even wind? Why are we still spinning? Like,
Ben 10 into the Omniverse or the Omnifront? I fucking know. I did get invested in Ben 10, but I didn't really sit there and go past when Gwen turned out to be a fucking alien. I was like, okay, nah, I'm fucking out of here now. It's getting a little weird for me.
Mom, dad, two little kids, like primary school age kids. They go into the Super Hugway node. They're going to Italy or something. They're going on a trip.
What the fuck are they talking about? Sucking.
What's to stop the intense heat and pressure from killing people as they enter into these
I don't know. Like I said, I think it was like towards the end of the original series that Gwen started sitting there and displaying alien powers, and you find out she's like some fucking really, well, not really cool, but, well, kind of really cool, but that's not the point. Fucking alien from another planet that her mom sat there and abandoned the race to sit there and come fuck with you. Like I said, I didn't get very far. Once I started finding that shit, I was like, okay, this is getting, you know, a little creepy, fucked up. I mean, I know Ben literally transforms into another fucking, alien creature via a watch, but that's not something to do with his blood.
I mean, I'm already willing to accept that the Earth is a living, breathing creature that was fucked into
Charmcaster.
and maybe Pluto. I'm somehow agreed to all of that. The teleportation thing, just having a little bit of trouble understanding. just struggling with that.
But like, you can agree that, like, you know, once a TV series starts hitting that, what?
How bad is your belly?
Like cramps wise or being able to eat wise? Huh?
That's a big range.
I'm taking it day by day, but at this very moment, not super bad.
Yeah, just wondering
So,
what
I think
cook for
the
dinner tomorrow.
summary that I will draw...
Probably nothing heavy in grease, because you know how my stomach's like when I'm, you know.
That's what I'm saying, like spaghetti
Making me
maybe.
feel like I did a lot of...
As long as we limit down the grease, it should be fine.
Always.
I know, but sometimes even with you rinsing off the grease, it still comes out really greasy tasting. And it's not the actual grease itself, it's the grease taste that sits there and throws me off when I'm like this.
Well, how about pork chops?
No, I want spaghetti. I'm just...
There's, in less grandiose terms,
Ooh, can I make Nana's? Never mind. I forgot Tabby won't eat that.
I was thinking more about how to incorporate human power into our everyday commute and transportation, not in a fretful and stone way of like,
You know, Tabby's gonna have to get over that, you know, freaking dislike of onions bullshit.
large.
Because it really, really limits what I can make that Nana taught me how to cook.
What's that?
Just about every type of recipe that Nana has taught me has like some version of green peppers, onions, or red peppers in it.
What, spaghetti? Or spaghetti sauce?
All of Nana's recipes. All of them. It's not just spaghetti. It's her meatloaf, some of her pork chops, stir-fried rice stuff, everything. Oh yeah, that's right.
Wanna do what I do? I told her to take it off.
Well, that's the thing. She complains about the taste of it. And it's like, I don't like listening.
So that you have a train that's like elongated, where people can jump in the center of it, and then everyone can power it by running. I think that human power is a much neglected thing in terms of public transportation. It's completely clean except for the parts, and then everyone only needs to have food or maybe like a super concentrated carbohydrate trip while they're working to pedal themselves forward. The benefit is also it can work across water as well if you make the materials out of floatable materials, and if you put wings on it and get it to flap with the combined power, you could probably either through sheer mechanical energy put it into wings that are flapping, or you could have battery storage so that you can power electronic motors so that you actually are able to fly. I think
Fascinating
I
concept.
have an objection.
Like, I know she sits there and sees me puts it in, and that's what sits there. And she's like, oh, I don't want to eat it because I see the onions and I don't give a shit. That's why half the time I'm like, well, if you don't like it, fucking starve.
How did you get only a plane in the air when the majority of my conversation was inner cities and rails? And across water?
Because I think you're just borrowing from your, like, listen, I thought this was an innovative discussion where we come from the ideas outside
Now,
the
your
box.
objection is stupid. -5 points. Your objection is calling on something, a conversation unrelated to this podcast that we had multiple years in the past.
It was like 3 months ago.
It was not. It took place in 2019.
I've got a solution. I just came up with it. Genius. Okay. I already have plans to create my own airline. It's called Funline Airlines. Your dreams come true when you get free on
think at the front of the cabin or at the front of each section, so everyone can see it, there's like a little charge bar, and there's a line on there that says crash. And as the flight goes on, it's using electricity, and it's slowly ticking down towards crash. And as it gets closer, everyone is frantically just like, no! God, no! And so you get so much extra electricity by threatening people's lives.
Funline Airlines.
Funline Airlines.
Funline Airlines. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, what a classic. Just the motivational children exploitation.
Yeah, you have when you fly, children fly free, but they fly in cages in the cargo bay, and you're pedaling pedals to recharge the batteries of the plane that you're on, and if you don't contribute enough energy input, your children will be ejected from the cargo bay, starting with your favorite.
Like drop bomb bay doors would open and they'd be dangling up like you better pedal faster.
Gotta generate some more wattage. You're not holding up your end here.
Anyway, yeah.
How do I buy more points?
Hey, I gave you a lot of points, okay? You were firmly in the lead, and I tell you, I was only going to give Mark 5 points for his story, and I think I still am.
How many you gave me, isn't it?
Gave you 6.
You gave me 6.
You were going to be ahead by 2 points.
Winning.
No, because I took... Okay, slow it down. Wait, you currently have 3 points. Mark, you currently have 6 points.
Thank you.
And wait, you need to calm down.
Well, no, I'm offering to purchase.
There's a winner, but it's not competitive, okay? Mark, I like your idea.
Thank you.
I like the concept. I don't know why everything we talk about in here, I'm just going to relate to movies and TV shows.
So I'm over here looking at food.
I like the idea of them being things that don't really stop. It's like what's that movie? Divergent. How the trains that the badass fighty douchebags used to get around, they don't stop. You just jump on and jump off. It's like a big communal thing of like, you help people off, people help you hop on. Some people lose a leg or get crushed completely by the giant wheel that's unstoppable, but yeah, that's the price of efficient, renewable energy public transportation.
Exactly, yeah. There's a little risk in it, but if it's less than what cars are in terms of danger and loss of life, it will be a net positive for the entire world. Plus, you don't know about the compounding effects of emissions from cars and their health effects on the people in the society that they live in inner cities with the complicated traffic routes and the stress. You know, if you just have giant wheels that are patrolling the cities, like at regular intervals, everyone knows they're very consistent. Nothing gets in their way, not children, not pets, not bikes, not nothing. They go and they crush and they move because human power is unstoppable. The power of the people will reign supreme from all corners of the world.
Oh, that's a little concerned.
Why is the phrase corners of the world? I never understood that.
Oh, because the world is a big plate riding on the back of a turtle, obviously.
Oh.
You know, have you ever seen a map?
Oh, well, turtles have blood veins. That helps my argument.
It does. But I don't like that it does.
Wait, do you have any questions about Mark's idea that don't relate to conversations from 2 years ago?
Yeah, I suppose I do. So, in order to lower the danger of boarding said vehicle, like, do you have any ideas about how we could board it in a safe manner that would lower the mortality rate?
No.
Maybe launching in, like, in a bubble that's like a reusable bubble.
So I'm gonna get off the stream and I'm gonna go get
You're
food.
gonna fire
And when I come back
to a moving circle
from getting
with
food,
thousands of well, they're like
I'll come back
like,
to stream.
It's like blowing bubbles, you know. It's not like you're firing weaponry here. It's like a
So it'll be like an hour or so, given how long it takes to sit there and go get food and everything like that. So I'll be back, cause you know how I be stupid and shit. So
yeah, but they say rules were made to be broken, so I just started
talk to you soon. I'll probably text you as I'm walking. Let's be honest.
Wade learned physics as an understanding of what
As be like that. Where's my phone at?
Physics is like that
Is that enough?
strong athlete that you went to school with that always won
I'll chit chat with you later.